Hello and welcome back to the Social Team Podcast. I'm John.
And I'm Jo, and today we've got another lovely guest joining us.
She's the one that somehow keeps the wheels turning behind the scenes, wrangles the field service chaos with a smile, and probably knows more about the technicians than they know about themselves. It's our field service administrator, Cathy. Hello, Cathy.
Hello, both of you. How are you?
Very well.
Very
thank
well.
You. All good.
Thank
All the
you
better
for
for seeing you.
Oh, thank you. Too kind.
Well, thank you so much for joining us.
You're very welcome.
So, Cathy, for anyone who doesn't know exactly what you do, what does a typical day in field services look like for you?
So a typical day in field services is we do all the major jobs in the morning. So that's your unallocated payment queries, emails, CMSs, telephone calls go on all day, every day between 9 and 5.
Yes,
and then we do all day. And then we do the other bits, which is we do the audits, we do new technician onboarding, we do new client onboarding. So every day is different depending on, what's come through the door that day, really.
Mm-hmm.
So we always do the main bits, but then there's always a lot more to do, I think, than people realise that we do in field services. We don't just answer the phone and talk to technicians all day.
No, exactly.
That is a big part of the job, but there's an awful lot more that goes into a day in field services, I think, than people imagine.
No, definitely. Like the
absolutely.
allocates, for example, that just sounds like a singular word, but it's a fact of the matter that a PO's been assigned, but it hasn't gone to somebody, and there's a lot more behind the scenes that you actually have to go and do to fix that, right?
A lot more. So, yeah, you're exactly right, John. So an unallocate is where it's been raised, but it's gone to Valspar. So it hasn't landed with anybody. So every day we have to run the report, and we can have, on a good day, we might get 20. At Christmas time, over that time, we could get 75.
Wow.
And it's an awful lot, because then if you're lucky, you can send it to the correct technician. If you're unlucky, there's no technician for it at that particular time, because the first and second are on holiday, and then it's got to go holidays and deferred. And then you've got to inform the consumer, obviously. There's going to be delay in the technician coming out. So that's what I mean. It's that one job for somebody on a busy day. The unallocates can take 2 hours of that person's morning up. Just doing that one job whilst answering the phone. That's just one job.
Yeah, so
same with payment queries, yeah.
So lots of moving parts in that role. So that being said,
a lot of moving parts.
What is the bit of these kind of moving parts, and which bit of the job do you enjoy the most?
Well, I do really. I know I said it's not all about the phone, but I really do. I love talking generally, but I really do like talking to the technicians, because as you go along, you don't ever meet them in person. Well, I know some of them in person from years ago anyway, but you don't generally meet them in person. But as you start talking to them over the years, you actually become weirdly friends with each other. So it's nice, when you pick up the phone. Well, you'll know, Jo, about talking to the Safe Clean guys. You pick up the phone and you're like, da-da-da-da-da, and then all of a sudden you think, oh, how did you have a nice holiday? How did you get on doing this? Because you have that interaction with them. So I do enjoy talking to them. And 99.9% of the technicians, they're really great guys. They're just normal people that go out to do their best. So they're, And it's all nice talking to their admin as well, which is usually the wives, which is also really good, because then you get to know them really well, So I really do enjoy the job. But it's one of those jobs where you've got to be able to move your focus really quite quickly. It's not, you can't just have tunnel vision and think, this is my job today, I'm not going to deviate, because then a phone call will happen or something will happen, and that's it. You've got to shift complete focus onto something else, which I enjoy, because it doesn't create too much boredom that way.
That's true.
Okay.
You're not like a robot.
Okay, so on that then, if you could give one shout out to the field services team, what would it be? Something or someone you think deserves a bit more spotlight?
Well, there's not many of us. So there's
No.
me, there's Amy, and there's Sharon, and obviously head honcho Will. So, but if I were just to talk about me and the girls, it is just between both of them, they're absolutely super, you know, and I think they should toot their horns more often than they do.
Yeah.
You know, Amy's an absolute superstar. She's like my rock for moments where I feel like I might be just about to go off on one.
She keeps you on the ledge.
Amy's brilliant. Yeah, she's super. I can ring Amy and just be like, Amy, oh my God, da, 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 da. And she's so laid back and calm. After the conversation, I think, brilliant. I'm back on track. I'm back in the room now, because I can be a bit of a hothead, you know, and fly off the handle sometimes.
I've got one of those.
And yeah, so we all need an Amy. We all need an Amy. So she's an absolute superstar. And Sharon hasn't been with us for long, but she's doing really, really well and has a super work ethic, which is always trying, which is half the battle. If you're always going to try, you're halfway there, aren't you? Even if you don't always succeed straight away, the fact that she keeps trying and is really, really keen to learn as much as she can, that says a lot about a person as well. So we're really lucky in field services that we have got a very small but a really great team.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
Can do attitude and carry you such a long way.
Definitely.
It's an awesome
yeah,
skill
it
to
really
have.
can. It's not all about, you know, how clever you are, how much knowledge you've got straight away, because that comes with time and learning, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But if you've got the initial, I'm prepared to give this a go and give everything my best shot, everything else sort of follows on suit then. That's what I always think. So
Yeah, 100%.
they're great girls.
Good. So on that, kind of outside of work, what kind of keeps you busy, like hobbies, passions, or kind of what helps you switch off from that chaotic, dynamic range of different work stuff?
Basically, would I say I have a hobby? Not particularly. My hobby is probably the grandchild Mabel. So she's my hobby. So
How old is she?
She's 3. She just turned 3.
Great age.
So I spend a lot of time with Mabel out of work, do the nursery run, because Lauren's she used to work for field services, but she went off to do a nurse's apprenticeship up at Jimmy's in Leeds. So that's what she's doing. So Mabel stays here quite a lot because they're very long shifts. So I love doing that. I love mucking about with my dogs, Arnold and Stella. We take them out for a walk a lot. I spend a lot of time with the girls, with Lauren and my other daughter, Neve. So, yeah, it's very busy, but everything is around, well, the dogs and the kids, really.
Very family oriented.
But I enjoy it. I don't find it boring, you know, because there's always
absolutely.
something to do. You're always going somewhere or...
Well, the dogs and the kids are always going to keep you on your toes, aren't they?
They certainly do. Yes. Yes. Dogs and kids. Yes. So, yeah, that's what we like to do. Oh, and we like to go away for the weekend. We take the dogs away to a cabin or something like that with a hot tub. Not far, only like North Yorkshire because I'm up in Leeds. But, yeah, that sort of thing. Not super exciting, but I like it. You know, I don't feel like I have to be crazy anymore. Those days have gone.
Absolutely.
And that's what matters, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So you just touched on holidays there. If you could pick a dream holiday destination, somewhere that you could go tomorrow, completely switch off and relax, where would it be?
New Zealand.
Ooh.
Oh, lovely.
Because I'm not a massive fan of hot weather. I like hot weather, but that wouldn't draw me to go somewhere just because, it's really hot there, I'd like to go there. But New Zealand, it just looks really nice because they've got a good balance, haven't they? They've got the greenery, but they have the good weather. And also when I've seen New Zealanders on the telly, they look like they'd be really fun people. So, yeah, I'd like to go to New Zealand.
Lovely.
Just right nice. Destination, John.
Just right. It's nice.
Just right. It is. It's just nice, isn't it? It's just nice. And I think I'd get on with New Zealanders and or Australians, because they have a very similar sense of humour, I find, to the Brits.
Yeah.
So I think I'd be all right there, yeah.
We just
And
need to
normal
find an
food,
excuse to get us out
not
to
funny
Guardsman
food.
Australia then. We can have a little
Yeah.
Guardsman UK does Guardsman Australia. That'd be fun.
I don't know why it would be a problem.
Absolutely.
I honestly, I mean, I might pass on the Australian thing. Have you seen the size of the spiders?
Yeah, we'll have to flag it with our guests coming
Yeah.
up, maybe. Put them on the spot.
Yeah, that's it. Put a word in, see what they say.
Indeed.
You never know.
Right, Cathy, you've made it to the infamous quickfire round now. So nothing dramatic,
Okay.
but it's nice, simple rules. Just the first thing that pops into your head.
Oh, jeez.
And don't worry, there's going to be no trick questions. It will just be super simple. So, you know, you might end up elaborating a little bit, but you know,
Probably.
we'll keep it. Try and keep it easy. So, are you ready?
I am.
John,
Okay.
do you want to start?
Tea, yeah, okay. Tea or coffee?
Oh, no, I have to elaborate because
She's doing a will.
I know, I am. That's why we get on so well. It could be hours and we've spoke about nothing. Coffee, because I have one in the morning, but only ever have one, and then the rest of the day I will have tea. So
Okay,
maybe
fair.
both.
Fair.
That's fine.
So
You
I
can
couldn't
have
pick
both.
one.
We'll
Yeah,
let
well,
you.
greedy. I'll have both.
What was your first job?
A Saturday job as a shampooist in the hairdressers down the road.
And what's your favourite
Perfect.
way to start the day once you've had your first coffee?
I have to have toast before anything. Got to have breakfast. I can't. A lot of people you see have a late breakfast. I can't have a late breakfast. It has to be coffee, toast, and then I like to have a think. You know, a sit down and a think, and then I'm off. I'm an early starter.
And
Yeah,
is that in like peace and quiet, like a little bit of meditating?
Yeah, I'll have the telly on. I like to watch the news, but I like to just sit on the sofa with my coffee and my toast and the dogs and just have a think and organise my mind with what I'm, you know, walking into in the morning.
Perfect.
Yeah.
On food, what's your go-to snack when you're working?
Licorice comforts.
What?
What?
Licorice comforts. You know the sweets like licorice torpedoes? They're licorice and they've got like the coloured hard shell on the outside.
Oh, yes, I'm with you now.
No.
Licorice
No.
with a crunchy sugar coating
Yeah,
on the outside.
different colours.
Yes,
Oh,
I do
no.
now. I'll have
Nice.
to get some now.
Okay.
Yeah, they are so nice, but so Moorish. Mark goes to the little shop up the road and they do like old-fashioned quarters, which you don't get anymore, but like quarter bags of them. And he just comes and plops them on the desk. And I can eat them all, but not realise I've eaten them all. You know, it's like an involuntary action of just
I think we've all
shoving them
been there.
in. Yeah. So,
Are,
yeah,
Oh, brilliant.
are you an early bird or are you a night owl?
definitely an early bird. Otherwise, it's a waste of a day. I don't like lay-ins. I've never liked lay-ins.
Blasphemy.
Oh.
So, no.
Heretic.
No. I feel really lazy if I get up after 7:30.
Oh.
Yeah. I feel like I've like wasted the day because you could have done some stuff. Yeah.
sleep.
I like getting up early. Yeah. But I think the thing is, I'm very lucky, touch wood, I sleep really well. So when I go to bed at like 10:30, 11, like I don't watch the telly, I don't use my phone or anything. I just go straight to sleep. So I'm not like I've had a lot of sleep. I don't need any more.
That's decent, to be fair.
So,
Good,
yeah.
a good habit. What is the best bit of advice you've ever been given?
I've been given lots of advice. All of it generally ignored.
Fair.
Yeah, best bit of advice. You know, well, it's probably not advice, it'd be more than a saying that my dad would tell me. If you think about the worst case scenario and you can get over the worst case scenario of any situation, you'll always be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice
so
one.
you?
good. Yeah.
So, yeah,
most definitely.
that's how I tend to sort of think of anything or I perceive to be disastrous. Worst thing that could happen, what would happen if that happened? Oh, well, then I'd be all right if that happened because it'd figure itself out. Oh, well, that's fine then. So I just still cruise along.
Talking of cruising
Excellent.
along, what's your favourite song to blast out in the car?
Favourite song is difficult because I love all sorts of music except for thrash metal, because I can't hear what they're saying and it makes no sense. Or I can't remember the name of it, but it's some newfangled music that the kids listen to, and I can't remember the name of it, but that's nonsense. So, but anything in between that, I love all of it. So anything by like Dolly Parton, Wham, all the classics,
Nice.
Elton John.
Very good.
Yeah, anything you can just sing to, which I'm terrible at, but thoroughly enjoy.
No judgment here.
It's awful.
If you could have one superpower, what would it be?
Probably to be somewhere in an instant.
Nice.
You know, which would count a lot for long distance travel.
Yes, to New Zealand.
To New Zealand and back. A bit like if I could be my own TARDIS, you know,
Nice.
with you and there. And also, if
Social
if anyone was
awkwardness.
ever
I'm
in
done with this
danger-
conversation. Bye.
yeah, that's it. Bye-bye. Or if anyone was in danger, you could literally just click your fingers and, you know, you could
And just be there.
be there at any point. So, yeah, I think I'd have that.
Yeah, but what if you arrived at the other end into the middle of the motorway or something? Or
Well, I wouldn't, because it'd be pre-planned, John. Obviously, I would know where I was going.
I'm overthinking. Oh, no, I'm following
I'd
that.
already be like, I'm in the cafe. I'd be like, well, I'm going to the cafe, and that's how it would work.
But then what if somebody sat in the seat of the cafe? Anyway, I'm overthinking.
Yeah.
You're
going too far and
taking
burst
John's
in the bubble.
here. So, what was the last thing that you watched on TV?
It was. I'm watching Wednesday at the moment on Netflix.
Oh, nice, very good.
Yeah.
I haven't started that one yet.
I also like SWAT.
You're either SWAT or you're not.
I love SWAT just because it's so awfully cheese. It's a fantastic take your brain out thing to look at.
No,
'Cause
you
it's-
can't like
I'm
that.
sure they can't behave like that, really.
And then finally, if you weren't in field services, you'd be a...
Two things. I'd either really like to do the weather on the telly,
Brilliant.
or I would like to be, you know, where you can have a job and I don't know where you find this job, but they move you, you know, you're on like a little rocky island in the outer Scotland area,
Ooh.
counting the birds and stuff.
Yeah.
They do more than count birds, I'm sure. That's not what they do, but you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the
Great.
food comes over on the boat, and people have to come over on a boat, so you don't have to, you know, put up with a knock on your door. So yeah, that's what I do. One of those two things.
Nice.
Perfect.
In New Zealand.
In New Zealand, right? Okay, we're getting a good picture here. Oh,
Yeah.
Cathy, that was absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much for
Thank you
joining
for inviting me.
No, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you, and yeah, getting to know you a bit more. It's been fantastic. And for everyone listening, don't forget to follow us along and send over any suggestions of who you'd like to hear from next.
We'll have more guests, more stories, and definitely more Quickfire Chaos coming soon. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Social Team Podcast.
Cheers. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.